Of course, I knew all about Pikes Peak before going, particularly the performance of the Vatanen team with the 405. I can remember some legendary moments. Doubtless, it's the most mythical coastal road out there. It was something I'd thought about. I'd already said to myself, one day, why not? It could be great. So when Peugeot offered me the chance to do it in a manufacturer-prepared car, a real one, with the objective of beating the record over there, I just couldn't resist the temptation. Pikes Peak was not what I'd been used to when rallying, because the road and the location are so completely different. And driving that type of car is also something totally different. I had an 800 kilo, 800 HP car. It was nothing like what I'd normally driven. It had a lot of grip, and to manage to drive something like that on a road and not on a circuit is a very specific type of exercise. What do I remember most about the race? It was the feelings I got that you don't get anywhere else. I think that to perform well as a driver there, you've got to have circuit and rallying experience. Knowing how to drive a car that sticks to the ground through aerothrust is learnt on the circuits. Knowing how to tackle 20 kilometers of road, having learned the turns by heart, that comes from rally driving. Knowing how to manage the related risks, which a circuit driver isn't necessarily used to. It was as if this course was meant for me. I derived enormous pleasure from it. I thought the car was incredible the first time I saw it. It looked like a monster, with a huge fin sticking out and a big front end strip. It was a good look on the whole. I couldn't wait to get behind the wheel. It makes such a racket when you start the engine. You have to block your ears. It's a beast of a car. I didn't take part in its construction, of course, but I took part in the first trials, helped to set the right parameters so that it was really drivable. One of the difficulties with Pikes Peak, given the fact that you have such a monster of a car, is that the car has to be drivable. I was a bit worried about it. I was scared I wouldn't get the right feeling in the car, that I'd find myself in something too brutal, with limits I wouldn't be able to control. In the end, it wasn't the case. It was somewhat like that at the beginning, but through development, by working on it, it ended up reminding me of the sensations I got from my rallying cars. For me, the climb can be split into three parts. The first section is quite rhythmic, with the tree-lined road, and then the vegetation changes with the altitude. What's really exhilarating is that sometimes, on bends, you can only see the sky. You can't see anything underneath you. You don't know what's there. It can drain you. But then, just don't ask yourself too many questions. If you see nothing, that's where the slope is. Up there in a car like that, such sensations are pretty impressive. Seeing nothing but sky on a bend. It's an incredible road on which you can really make the most of these types of cars. You don't often experience roads like this one